Well, first of all, the challenge with every practice is try to create a game mindset, a game intensity, just that game energy which we speak about all the time, and be able to come in here tonight, perform in front of our great fans. And first of all, thank you for everyone coming out and creating a game-like atmosphere. We needed this for the overall development of our football team. It'll serve as a great evaluation tool of moving forward, especially in the kicking game with our kickers and a lot of our young players. And a lot of these young players didn't experience the spring game. So for them to come in here and have this type of environment was extremely beneficial for us in moving forward.
Butch, could you talk about how competitive it is at a few positions, offensive tackle, defensive tackle, cornerback, one safety? It seems like you still aren't decided who would be the starter there.
Well, we are. We're going to go all the way through training camp, and tomorrow is another big day for us with another practice. But everything is about competition, and that's how you get better in a hurry. And we still have to recruit our way out of some positions and create some more depth in competition. But the positions you just spoke about, defensive tackle, somebody needs to step up and take complete control of that position. The other corner, even the nickel, a couple safety positions, and we have some younger players coming on right now. Todd Kelly Jr. had his best couple days of practice he's had. So we're starting to get some of the younger players now. The game's starting to kind of slow down for them right now. And some youngsters, the game still is way too fast for them, but that's to be expected.
What about on the offensive line? Kind of different combination out there tonight, but a lot of this week. How's that kind of shaping up?
Well, again, tonight will serve as a great evaluation tool, and then moving forward next week, we'll conclude practice tomorrow, and then on Monday, we'll start working on our starters and guys who we feel will be out there when we take the field against Utah State.
Are you surprised how quickly Robertson has developed on the offensive line after he was moved?
Well, I tell you what, he's been a blessing, and boy, we've needed him, and he's continued to progress and get better and better each and every day. But he has great makeup. We talk about having a recruiting profile, and Jashawn Robertson fit that recruiting profile. He's extremely competitive, has great competitive character, very, very smart. We talk about STI, speed, toughness, and instincts, and he has it all, and he's picked it up, and he's really helped us in the offensive front. He's going to play a lot of football here.
Were you happy with the energy that the fans brought tonight? You seem to get
Absolutely.
on them.
Well, we wanted to do some things, and that's going to be a big change, especially for us when we go on the road with the new rule change of piped-in crowd noise. And our players need to learn how to play with that and learn how to block out the distractions. And half of our team walked in here tonight, and they're like, "Boy, this is the largest crowd I've ever played in front of." So when they got the energy going on third down and kind of a new thing we're going to do, that was great to see.
Do you like that rule?
I'm sorry.
Do you like that rule?
It's all about creating a home field advantage, but also it's making the in-game experience some that you don't want to sit at home and watch, that you want to come to the stadiums. The great thing here at Tennessee is we don't need to do that. We have tremendous fans, and 102.455, and we're going to need everyone to really have the decibel level up Sunday night when we take on Utah State, but not just Utah State, for the entire length of the season. Our football team needs that. That's part of a home field advantage of feeding off that energy.
Butch, I know you haven't seen the tape, but did you feel like your defense responded maybe a little bit from what you saw Wednesday night? I know you were frustrated a little bit with misalignments, assignments, that kind of thing.
Well, we're getting better. We didn't do much live tackling tonight, so it's hard to gauge in terms of missed tackles. But the thing we have to do is when we're in a thud situation or a tag-off situation, them understanding the fine details of what a thud is and what a tag-off is, and we call it practice etiquette. And we've struggled with that, and usually young teams struggle with that. And it's staying up off the ground, practicing like an NFL team does, NFL style. But you have to be athletic to stay off the ground, but it's bending your knees, putting yourself in a tackling position. And some players are ahead of others. We're still work in progress, but the other thing lost tonight is this was a two-a-day. So as you guys know, we were practicing at 9 o'clock this morning. We had an intense practice, and so for these individuals to have that type of intensity this morning and come out here and have these game-like conditions as well, I was proud of our guys.
Which one has impressed you about Michael Williams?
Well, resiliency. He's an individual who wasn't around much in the spring, and he's a dual sport athlete, which we take tremendous pride in here with track and football, working hand in hand together, and we know the great tradition that we have here with that. But he's come in and he's worked exceptionally hard each and every day, been very resilient.
Which when Justin
this time last year, Justin went into this thing still kind of fighting for the job. Now he has it. Did you see any kind of difference in him, or is he kind of just keep going about his business?
No, I see great confidence right now, and he should have great confidence. But more command, more taking ownership of being the quarterback at the University of Tennessee. So I see him making progress each and every day, along with the other two quarterbacks, with Nate and Josh as well.
What do you leave here feeling about your specialists tonight? I know it was a big challenge you had for them.
Well, a level of consistency, and we put them in some challenging situations. You know, kicking 51-yard field goals, you know, is a challenge in and of itself. But we just want consistency, and they're continuing to get better and better. And it was invaluable tonight for them to come in here and kick, you know, in front of a great crowd. That you can't simulate that in practice. So that was big for us, and it'll be a great evaluation too. And it's one of those competitions that'll go right down to game day.
Butch, I know you were fairly base, but from a penalty standpoint, did you see some things cleaned up that you needed to tonight?
Yeah, but still, you know, inexcusable. Anytime you have pre-snap penalties, or I call them mental penalties, where it's just mentally you make a penalty. It's jumping off sides, which we had tonight. It's illegal procedure, which we had tonight. And our team knows our margin of error is very small. We can't hurt ourselves. We can't be a team that hurts itself, that beats itself. So again, I thought we did some better things tonight, but it's not still where we need to be in terms of the overall discipline in terms of penalties.
Is there something a little bit different about Josh Malone when you get him in this setting and get him under the lights?
He's a competitor. Again, we're working through some practice habits, and Josh has done a great job all camp. You know, again, he's a freshman, and we put a lot of expectations on him. But the great thing is he has a lot of mentors around him now. That entire receiving group has a lot of confidence right now. And I told you, Zach Azzani does a tremendous job with them, but it's starting to be a player-led position now, and that's great to see. And Josh has done a great job with that. And he'll continue to get better and better, and very, very proud of him.
But your kickers didn't make many of those 50-yard field goals. Is that a concern about their leg strength, or is this to be expected at this point in camp?
Well, they have great leg strength, and again, it's just confidence going out there and expecting to make the kick, and that comes with maturity. But we don't have time for maturity. You know that the clock is ticking right now, but they'll be okay, and we'll practice that a number of times.
But how tough was it to see Jabars go down, given kind of what he went through last year?
Well, he's been through a lot, and he's been nicked and banged up a little bit all camp, so I don't know exactly what it is. I'll find out a little bit more tonight and then into the morning. But again, he's an individual who's been extremely resilient, has persevered this entire off season. So we'll find out a little bit more where he's at tonight and then into tomorrow.